Hey guys, Toast here, and today I want to talk about some beginner tips for Overwatch. Now let me go ahead and preface this video by saying that I am not the most amazing player at this game. There are rounds where I get absolutely crushed, times when I have multiple deaths in a row, and moments where I just want to punch my monitor. But that said, in the time I've spent in the closed beta stress test and the open beta, I've developed some tips that I've learned and honed in order to make myself a little bit better at the game. Or at least be able to better adapt to certain situations that I've come across. And in the end, even if my team doesn't win, it still makes the game at least a little more enjoyable. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Tip number 1. Don't feel like you have to play the same character the entire match. If you're having a really rough time in the game and you're dying a lot, go ahead and switch. There's nothing wrong with that. If you think you've found something that might be a good counter to the enemy team, go ahead and switch to it and try it out. Or if you think you have an idea of what might be good synergism with your team, again, feel free to go ahead and switch. I can't tell you how many times I've come across either my team or the enemy team getting crushed and sticking with the same characters that just aren't working. If you see your teammates having a rough time, maybe tell them in game to swap as well. It may garner you a little bit of hate to begin with, but it also might get you the win. Tip number 2. Play each character to their strengths. Blizzard has done a great job with creating very different characters in this game, and each one warrants a very different playstyle to maximize their effectiveness. If you're playing as D.Va and you think you're just going to sit back hoping that you'll get some points and pick off some kills, similar to how you would play either a Hanzo or Widowmaker, you've got the wrong idea. If you're going to play a tanky character, get up in the enemy's face and lead the push. Conversely, if you're playing a healer, make sure to follow your tank, giving them the support that they need. Don't think you'll just be able to go in Rambo style like Tracer and do everything that she would be able to do. Try out different tactics, of course, but don't lose the base playstyle that's needed for each character to succeed. Tip number 3. Push the objective as a team. There are moments in Overwatch where each individual character will shine, but unless you work closely with a team and push the objective together, you're going to have a really hard time pulling in the win. And regardless of whether it's attack or defense, the team that sticks together tends to also be the team that wins. Don't rush in thinking you're just going to be able to defend the objective yourself. If you find yourself alone or segregated from the rest of your team, wait a minute for them to catch up and move forward together. Your chances of survival is going to be much greater this way. Tip number 4. Try to have a mix of character classes on your team and pick in coordination with your teammates. Now, Blizzard created different classes for a reason. Each class and each character has different strengths and weaknesses. For example, if you play with a team of mostly tanks, sure, you're going to be able to soak up a lot of damage, but you'll also be able to deal very minimal damage. Conversely, if you play with all damage dealers and no tanks or healers, sure, you're going to be able to take out enemies really quickly, but you'll also have no support for an objective push or someone to heal you if you're taking damage. The team with a healthy mix of classes tends to be the winning team, or at least a competitive one. Tip number 5. Don't underestimate the power of being a healer or support. Too often have I seen a team without this class go in and just get decimated, only to have to all respawn back at their checkpoint and run back. Characters like Symmetra and Mercy can be absolutely clutch in these situations. If you place Symmetra's portal correctly, you have an instant return to battle for your teammates and for you, minimizing the time the enemy can push forward. Also, if all of your teammates have died around you and your ultimate is ready as Mercy, you've just given your team a second chance in that battle. But just remember to play them as support, stay back and use your abilities to make your teammates more successful. Tip number 6, and my final tip for the day, is communicate. Blizzard has provided Overwatch players on all systems with the ability to use both in-game voice chat and pre-made quick communication options for things like your ultimate being ready or needing healing. On PC, you also have the option of using the regular in-game chat box as well. If you have valuable information that could help your team, let them know. Did you just see a Reaper sneaking around the back, trying to close the gap on your sniper? Well, tell them so that they can prepare or at least change position. Are you a Reinhardt and you want your entire team to push in behind your shield? Let them know so you guys can do it and probably take the objective. Communication is absolutely key in this game, and if your team has it and the other doesn't, your team has already got a huge advantage. Anyways guys, that's going to do it for my Overwatch beginner tips for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments if you have any additional tips that you think would be good or valuable for new players to this game. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content, please subscribe to the channel and follow me on both Facebook and Twitter. Links will be at the end of the video and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, this is Toast, and I'll talk to you soon.